Well, hello. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I'm assuming that you're joining us because your child has been diagnosed with ADHD, or they're thinking about diagnosing your child with ADHD. So something that I want to mention when our child is being diagnosed is because they lack focus, they lack self-control, they lack organizational skills, some social skills, and we could go on, but it's all to do with missing neural pathways in the brain. And that's what you'll be told. You know, they can't focus because they're missing neural pathways. And I just want to point out that when you're born, you're not born with neural pathways. You don't know how to eat. You don't know how to walk. You don't know how to get dressed or tie your shoes. You don't know how to drive a car automatically. You don't have the neural pathway. They're created. They're taught. They're lessons that are learned. So I'm Bonnie Liotta.
And I'm Thomas Liotta.
Yes, and we have combined experience in human development of over 40 plus years. I programmed and worked with adults, and Thomas did the same thing with thousands of children for nearly 18,000 hours. And what makes him different than any other parenting expert you'll find out there is that he actually did a study working with kids without ever using punishment or negative ways to teach children. He just always guided their behavior, focused what was important to them, and just saw phenomenal results. So can focus, self-control, organizational skills, and social skills be taught?
100% yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's just kind of take it back a little bit and say your child wants to ride a bike. So here we are. We take them to the park where there's a bunch of kids riding the bikes, and they show up at the park without a bike. And so they're sitting there looking around. All the other kids are riding a bike. Now, in order to ride a bike, they're going to have to borrow one of the other kids' bikes, or maybe take a bike. I wouldn't say steal, but take or have to borrow. You get the analogy, because they showed up without a bike to actually go bike riding.
Right.
Pretty simple. Now, here we are. We're sending our kids to school without any focus training, any self-control training. And they're there to actually sit, focus, and learn. So once again, same logic, same analogy. They're going to sit there with no focus, and they're going to look around and go, what did the teacher just say? See, they're having to borrow attention or focus from another student. They're focused on the teacher. I'm going to have to borrow some focus. What did she say again?
Could acting out be a way of borrowing focus?
That's exactly correct. Now, the other one is they're going to have to kind of, let me look over what you're doing and write down what you're in, because they're having to borrow focus because they don't have the focus of their own, or their self-control of their own, just like they didn't have a bike when they went to go to the park to ride a bike. So here is a missing life skill. This is a solution. Now, it's not going to be easy, because if you're looking for a quick fix, you won't find it. You have to put in some work, but these do work 100% of the time.
Yes.
So now you have the child actually sit. A lot of times they have that crisscross applesauce. They know how to cross their legs, back is straight, hands in lap, and they can focus on a picture. They can focus on a dot. They can focus on something and play a game like a statue. Show me your best statue. And they're sitting still. Now, you begin that exercise. Can they last 5 seconds, 10 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes? They can get there pretty quick, up to 5 minutes. But you can train the child to have up to 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even an hour, very easily over time. Is it simple? Yes. Is it going to be easy? No. You have to put in the time. Now the child actually has focus. So when you send them to school with this training, guess what? They won't have to borrow it. They won't have to ask.
Right.
And can it be really that simple as making sure the child has the bike when they go to the park to ride bikes with the other kids? They don't have to borrow. Same thing with the focus training. They will not have to borrow. And that in itself can be a simple fix to this so-called attention deficit or any other type of behavior disorder.
Right. And that being said, here's a solution for you. Here's the answer, that your child is perfect in every way, and that we just have to, as parents, find ways to teach them these imperative life skills. You might not like us because we said that. We might even be ticking you off or insulting you in some way because you're a parent who's worked really hard and tried really hard with your child. But we're just here to deliver a truthful message that anything that you want your child to be, do, and have can be taught. It can be taught in a very proactive manner. And I want to use positive, but positive parenting is a little bit overused and a lot of it isn't actually positive at all. So if you're looking for more solutions, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the links below in the About section underneath this video to get yourself 4 free video series that can introduce you to a philosophy that will be brand new to you and a philosophy that actually works to prevent and reverse ADHD. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.